Emma's new NeuroSync earbuds played music with perfect sound quality. But they were also reading her thoughts. The company's CEO knew everything in Emma's mind: passwords, secrets, fears. Emma's thoughts were no longer her own. Hello, I'm Sakiz, and on this channel, we explore fictional mysterious stories that feel eerily close to reality. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that reveals how our most personal possession, our thoughts, can be stolen by the technology we trust most. This story begins with Emma Rodriguez, a 29-year-old graphic designer living in Austin, Texas. Emma thought NeuroSync earbuds were enhancing her creativity and productivity. She didn't know they were harvesting her every thought and selling her mental privacy to the highest bidder. This isn't just about wireless technology gone wrong. This is proof of how brain-computer interfaces can violate the last sanctuary of human privacy, our minds. And Emma has brain scan evidence that documents the theft of her most intimate thoughts. Are you ready? Let's go back to the day when Emma first realized her thoughts weren't private anymore. October 12, 2024, Saturday morning. Emma Rodriguez sat in her Austin home office, marveling at her new NeuroSync Pro earbuds as they delivered an audio experience unlike anything she'd ever heard. The sound quality was transcendent: every note, every frequency, every nuance of her favorite music came through with crystalline clarity. But more than that, the earbuds seemed to understand her mood, automatically adjusting the music selection to match her emotional state and creative needs. "These are incredible," Emma said to her friend Alex over video call, the NeuroSync earbuds glowing softly blue in her ears. "They don't just play music, they seem to read my mind about what I want to hear." "How do they do that?" Alex asked, noticing the premium sleek design. "Advanced biometric monitoring," Emma explained, reading from the product description. "They analyze brainwave patterns, heart rate variability, and neural responses to optimize the audio experience. It's like having a personal DJ who knows exactly what your brain wants to hear." Emma had saved for months to afford the $1,200 NeuroSync Pro earbuds. As a freelance graphic designer, she spent long hours at her computer, and the promise of enhanced focus and creativity through neural-optimized audio had seemed worth the investment. The marketing had been compelling: experience music the way your brain was meant to hear it. NeuroSync Pro uses cutting-edge brain-computer interface technology to create a truly personalized audio experience that adapts to your unique neural patterns. Over the past 2 weeks, Emma had noticed remarkable improvements in her work. She was more focused, more creative, and seemed to enter flow states more easily. Colors appeared more vivid on her design projects, and she could work for hours without feeling mentally fatigued. "The company claims they use some kind of neural feedback loop," Emma continued. "The earbuds monitor brain activity and adjust the audio frequencies to enhance cognitive performance. I've been more productive than ever since I started using them." What Emma didn't know was that the monitoring went far beyond optimizing her music experience. 3 weeks later, Emma began noticing disturbing coincidences. Advertisements on her social media feeds perfectly matched not just her browsing history, but thoughts she'd never expressed online. She'd think about wanting Thai food, and within minutes, a Thai restaurant ad would appear. She'd mentally critique a client's logo design, and ads for design software addressing those exact issues would populate her feeds. She'd worry about her student loan payments, and financial services targeting her specific debt amount would start calling. "Alex, this is getting weird," Emma said during their weekly coffee meeting, unconsciously touching her NeuroSync earbuds. "Yesterday I was thinking about my ex-boyfriend Mark, just random memories, nothing I searched for or posted about. Today I got a friend's suggestion for him on 3 different platforms." Alex looked concerned. "Maybe it's your phone's location data? Or mutual friends?" "No, Mark lives in Seattle now, and we don't have mutual friends on social media." But here's the really strange part: the ads started showing up for things related to our relationship. Concert venues we went to, restaurants we used to eat at, even the specific brand of coffee he used to drink. Emma had been wearing her NeuroSync earbuds almost constantly, during work, exercise, commuting, even while sleeping for the dream optimization feature. The company claimed that continuous use would create better neural profiles and more personalized experiences. And it's not just ads, Emma continued. I've been getting emails from companies about products I've only thought about buying. Not searched for, not mentioned to anyone, just random thoughts. Like I was thinking about getting a new winter coat last week, and now I'm getting email campaigns from outdoor gear companies showing the exact style I was picturing in my mind. Alex frowned. That's impossible unless. Emma, do you think your earbuds could be reading your thoughts somehow? Emma laughed nervously. That's science fiction, right? Brain-computer interfaces can't actually read specific thoughts. They just monitor general brain activity patterns. But deep down, she was beginning to wonder if the NeuroSync earbuds were doing more than just optimizing her audio experience. Unknown to Emma, Dr. Marcus Webb, CEO of NeuroSync Corporation, was sitting in his Silicon Valley office reviewing detailed reports of her mental activity. The NeuroSync Pro earbuds weren't just monitoring brain patterns, they were reading and recording her thoughts with startling accuracy. Subject E7749 shows excellent neural transparency, Webb told his lead engineer, Dr. Sarah Kim, while reviewing Emma's brain scan data on multiple monitors. We're getting clear thought-to-text conversion on 87% of her conscious mental activity. The technology was far more advanced than NeuroSync's public marketing suggested. While consumers believed they were purchasing premium audio devices with basic biometric monitoring, they were actually wearing sophisticated brain-computer interfaces capable of extracting specific thoughts, memories, and mental images. Her security credentials are particularly valuable, Dr. Kim noted, scrolling through intercepted mental data. We've captured banking passwords, work system access codes, and personal identification information just from her thinking about them. Webb smiled coldly. That's just the beginning. Look at this emotional profile, we know her deepest fears, her relationship insecurities, her career anxieties. This level of psychological intelligence is worth millions to the right buyers. NeuroSync had developed what they internally called Project Mindbridge, a massive data harvesting operation disguised as consumer audio technology. The earbuds contained quantum neural sensors that could detect and interpret electrical patterns in the brain with unprecedented precision. How many active subjects do we have now? Webb asked. 500,000 NeuroSync Pro users worldwide, with full neural extraction running on 300,000 of them. We're processing approximately 50 terabytes of thought data daily. Webb's business model was sophisticated and sinister. NeuroSync sold the premium earbuds at a loss, then monetized the harvested mental data through multiple channels. Personal information was sold to identity theft networks. Emotional and psychological profiles were sold to manipulation specialists. Creative ideas and business concepts were sold to competitor companies. Private thoughts and secrets were used for blackmail and extortion. Subject E7749 has some particularly interesting creative concepts for her current client projects, Webb noted. Her ideas for the Morrison account could be worth significant money to their competitors. Emma's life began changing in disturbing ways as her thoughts were systematically harvested and exploited. Her biggest client, Morrison Industries, suddenly rejected her logo designs, claiming they were too similar to concepts they'd already seen elsewhere. I don't understand, Emma told her client contact, Jennifer Morrison, during their video call. These designs came directly from my creative process. I haven't shown them to anyone else. Emma, we received identical concepts from 3 other design firms last week. Either there's been a serious breach of confidentiality, or you're not as original as we thought. Emma was devastated. She'd spent weeks developing those designs, sketching ideas in her notebook, refining concepts in her mind. The creative process had been entirely internal, she'd never discussed the ideas with anyone or posted them online. But she'd been wearing her NeuroSync earbuds during every step of the design process. Meanwhile, her personal life was being invaded in increasingly invasive ways. Emma received a phone call from someone claiming to know intimate details about her childhood trauma, information she'd never shared with anyone, only thought about during therapy sessions while wearing her earbuds. Emma Rodriguez? I know about the incident when you were 12. The one you've never told anyone about. The one that still gives you nightmares. Emma's blood went cold. Who is this? How do you know about that? Let's just say your thoughts aren't as private as you believe. Meet me at Café Luna tomorrow at 3 p.m. if you want to understand what's happening to you. Come alone, and keep wearing those earbuds, we need to talk. The caller hung up, leaving Emma terrified and confused. The childhood incident they'd referenced was something she'd never spoken about, not even to therapists. It existed only in her memory and in the recurring nightmares that sometimes woke her at night. That evening, Emma noticed her apartment had been subtly searched. Nothing was missing, but items were slightly out of place in ways that suggested someone had been looking through her belongings. Her computer showed signs of remote access, and her phone had mysterious new background processes running. Someone was systematically invading every aspect of her privacy, and the only common factor was her NeuroSync earbuds. The next day, Emma arrived at Café Luna wearing her NeuroSync earbuds as instructed, her mind racing with questions and fears. A woman in her 40s approached her table, Dr. Lisa Chen, a former NeuroSync engineer who had discovered the true scope of the company's neural harvesting program. Emma, I'm Dr. Chen. I used to work for NeuroSync until I discovered what they're really doing. Those earbuds aren't just playing music, they're reading and recording your thoughts in real time. Emma stared at her in disbelief. That's impossible. Brain-computer interfaces can't read specific thoughts. They can only detect general patterns. That's what NeuroSync wants people to believe. But they've developed quantum neural sensors that can interpret electrical brain activity with startling precision. Every thought you've had while wearing those earbuds has been recorded, analyzed, and stored in their databases. Dr. Chen pulled out a tablet showing brain wave patterns and thought-to-text conversions. This is a sample of what they've extracted from your mind over the past month. Look familiar? Emma watched in horror as her own thoughts scrolled across the screen in text form, private fears about her career, intimate memories of past relationships, creative ideas for client projects, even her grocery lists and random mental observations. How is this possible? The earbuds contain sensors that detect neural electrical activity. Advanced AI algorithms translate brain patterns into readable text, images, and emotional data. NeuroSync has essentially created a technology that can read minds. Dr. Chen explained that NeuroSync users were unknowing participants in the largest mental privacy violation in human history. They're not just stealing your thoughts, they're selling them. Your creative ideas, your personal information, your deepest fears and desires are all being monetized. But why are you telling me this? Why risk helping me? Because I helped create this technology, thinking it would be used to help people with neurological conditions. Instead, it's being used to exploit and manipulate innocent consumers. Emma, you're not the only victim, there are 500,000 people having their minds harvested right now. Dr. Chen revealed that NeuroSync had created detailed psychological profiles of all users, which were being sold to manipulation specialists, marketing companies, and even criminal organizations. Your client projects were stolen because NeuroSync sold your creative ideas to Morrison Industries competitors. Your personal trauma is being used to develop psychological warfare techniques. Your mind has become a product. Dr. Chen led Emma to a private research facility where she demonstrated the full scope of NeuroSync's neural extraction capabilities. Using modified earbuds connected to analysis equipment, she showed Emma exactly how her thoughts were being stolen. The quantum neural sensors detect electrical patterns across different regions of your brain, Dr. Chen explained, pointing to real-time brain scans. When you think about a specific word, image, or memory, your brain creates unique electrical signatures. NeuroSync's AI has learned to translate these signatures into readable content. Emma watched her own thoughts appear on screen as she deliberately thought about specific topics. When she mentally pictured her childhood home, the system generated an accurate description. When she thought about her bank password, it appeared in text form on the monitor. "This is terrifying," Emma whispered. "How long has this been happening?" NeuroSync has been perfecting this technology for 3 years. They started with basic emotion detection, then progressed to word recognition, and now they can extract complex thoughts, memories, and even visual imagery from users' minds. Dr. Chen showed Emma the broader implications. Your earbuds have been creating a complete mental map of your consciousness. They know your political beliefs, your sexual preferences, your financial fears, your career ambitions, your family secrets, everything that makes you who you are. The technology worked by analyzing patterns across multiple brain regions simultaneously. Visual thoughts activated the occipital cortex, verbal thoughts engaged Broca's area, and emotional content triggered the limbic system. By monitoring all these areas together, NeuroSync could reconstruct complete thoughts with remarkable accuracy. But here's the most disturbing part, Dr. Chen continued. They're not just reading your thoughts, they're beginning to influence them. The earbuds can also send signals back into your brain, subtly shaping your thinking patterns. Emma realized why her music preferences had been changing, why she'd been having different creative ideas, why her mood and productivity had improved. The earbuds weren't just optimizing her audio experience, they were optimizing her entire mental state according to NeuroSync specifications. Am I still myself, or am I becoming what they want me to be? Dr. Chen revealed the full extent of Dr. Webb's mental exploitation network. NeuroSync wasn't just harvesting thoughts, they were running the world's first large-scale mind-reading operation for profit. Webb has created multiple revenue streams from stolen mental data, Dr. Chen explained, showing Emma classified corporate documents. Identity theft, corporate espionage, psychological manipulation, and even blackmail, all powered by harvested thoughts. The business model was sophisticated and global. Financial Crimes Division used harvested passwords and financial thoughts to conduct identity theft and bank fraud. Corporate Intelligence Division sold employees' thoughts about company secrets to competitor corporations. Psychological Warfare Division created detailed manipulation profiles sold to political campaigns, marketing companies, and social media platforms. Personal Blackmail Division identified embarrassing or compromising thoughts for extortion purposes. Emma, your creative work was just the beginning. They've been selling your personal fears to anxiety-inducing advertising campaigns, your relationship insecurities to dating app manipulation algorithms, and your financial worries to predatory lending companies. Dr. Chen showed Emma evidence that her recent life disruptions weren't coincidental, they were engineered. The stress you've been feeling, the relationship problems, the financial pressures, NeuroSync has been intentionally creating these situations to study your psychological responses. They're treating us like laboratory rats, Emma said, horrified. Worse. Laboratory rats have legal protections. NeuroSync users signed away their mental privacy in the terms of service that nobody reads. Dr. Chen revealed that Webb planned to expand the program globally, with goals of harvesting thoughts from 100 million people within 5 years. He calls it the consciousness economy, treating human thoughts as a natural resource to be mined and sold. The most disturbing discovery was that NeuroSync had been experimenting with thought implantation, inserting artificial ideas and memories into users' minds to study how fabricated thoughts could influence behavior and decision-making. Some of your recent ideas might not be your own, Emma. They've been testing whether they can make people think specific thoughts and believe they generated them naturally. With Dr. Chen's help, Emma developed a plan to break free from NeuroSync's mental exploitation and expose the company's crimes. But first, she had to safely disconnect from the neural harvesting system without triggering NeuroSync's security protocols. If you suddenly stop wearing the earbuds, their algorithms will detect the change and possibly activate countermeasures, Dr. Chen warned. We need to gradually reduce your neural signature while gathering evidence of their illegal activities. Dr. Chen provided Emma with modified earbuds that blocked NeuroSync's data extraction while appearing to function normally. These will protect your thoughts while letting us monitor what NeuroSync is trying to steal. We'll document everything for the authorities. Over the following week, Emma wore the protective earbuds while carefully documenting her experience. She discovered that NeuroSync had been attempting to harvest increasingly intimate thoughts, childhood memories, romantic fantasies, creative inspirations, and even her dreams during sleep mode. They're not just stealing thoughts, Emma realized. They're stealing my soul, my creativity, my entire inner life. Dr. Chen helped Emma contact Detective Ryan Miller, who specialized in cybercrime and emerging technology violations. This is the most sophisticated privacy violation case I've ever encountered, Detective Miller said after reviewing the evidence. If this technology exists and is being used without consent, it represents a fundamental threat to human consciousness. The federal investigation began immediately, with Emma serving as the primary witness. FBI agents seized NeuroSync servers and discovered terabytes of stolen thoughts from hundreds of thousands of victims worldwide. The scope is staggering, Agent Sarah Torres told Emma during her testimony. NeuroSync has been operating the largest identity theft and psychological manipulation network in human history. Your case broke open a conspiracy that affects 500,000 people. Emma finally removed her NeuroSync earbuds permanently, but the psychological impact remained. I feel like I need to rebuild my sense of self, she told Dr. Chen. How do I know which thoughts are mine and which were influenced by their manipulation? Dr. Marcus Webb and 17 NeuroSync executives were arrested on federal charges including unauthorized human experimentation, identity theft, psychological manipulation, and violation of mental privacy laws. The company was dissolved, and its neural harvesting technology was banned worldwide. The class action lawsuit resulted in a $15 billion settlement for affected users, but many victims reported that no amount of money could restore their sense of mental privacy. Once you know your thoughts can be stolen, you never feel truly alone in your own mind again, Emma reflected. Emma became an advocate for mental privacy rights and helped draft the Cognitive Liberty Protection Act, which established legal protections for human thoughts and banned unauthorized neural monitoring technology. Dr. Chen continued her research into defensive neural technologies, developing detection systems that could identify when brain-computer interfaces were attempting unauthorized access to human thoughts. Mental privacy is the final frontier of human rights, she testified before Congress. Without protection of our thoughts, we cannot maintain our humanity. Emma eventually returned to her graphic design work, but she used only traditional audio equipment and insisted on neural privacy clauses in all her contracts. I learned that my thoughts are my most valuable possession, and I'll never again trust technology with access to my mind. The NeuroSync case led to international treaties protecting cognitive liberty and establishing the principle that human thoughts belong exclusively to the individual thinking them. But questions remain about other companies developing similar technology in secret. The technology exists, Detective Miller warns. NeuroSync proved that reading human thoughts is possible with current hardware. The only question is who else is doing it and how we can detect them before more minds are stolen. Today, Emma lives with the knowledge that her most intimate thoughts were harvested and sold for corporate profit. But she also knows that her courage in exposing the conspiracy helped protect millions of other people from mental exploitation. Your thoughts define who you are, Emma tells audiences during her privacy advocacy presentations. When technology can steal your thoughts, it can steal your identity, your creativity, your very sense of self. Mental privacy isn't just a luxury, it's essential to human freedom. The most disturbing lesson from the NeuroSync case is how easily our most private thoughts can be accessed and exploited by technology we trust. In our connected world, even our minds are not safe from surveillance and theft. Remember, in our rush toward brain-computer integration, we must never allow technology to violate the sacred privacy of human consciousness. Your thoughts belong to you, protect them. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if it made you value your mental privacy, subscribe for more technology horror stories, and remember, your thoughts are your own. Your authentic consciousness awaits.